What's up, y'all? We about to be talking about more on the war on Israel. The U.S. just used a torpedo to sink a Navy ship over there. So we about to see what that's talking about. It's going down.
The Israeli military this morning released new images of its fighter jets streaming toward Iran as this war continues to escalate and spread. Israel and the U.S. are targeting all parts of the Iranian military, its leadership, and internal security forces. This is Periscope video. Nothing like it has been seen for decades from a U.S. submarine destroying an Iranian Navy ship. The first time the U.S. has used a torpedo to sink an enemy vessel since World War II. The Iranian ship can be seen going vertical as it slips underwater. The Sri Lankan Navy recovered 87 bodies of Iran members and 32 survivors from the Indian Ocean. President Trump giving his assessment of the war.
Somebody said, on a scale of 10, where would you rate it? I said about a 15.
In Lebanon, Hezbollah, a pro-Iranian militia, has joined the fight, firing rockets at Israel. Israel responding with devastating attacks on Beirut and southern Lebanon, and sending in Israeli ground forces, displacing more than 80,000.
So Israel been sending missiles at everybody. Anybody that's a United States ally, they've been sending missiles at. They're like, I don't give a fuck. Whoever your enemy is an enemy of mine. Whoever friend of yours is an enemy of mine. So that's how they really getting down. They like, hey, it is what it is, bro. They sending missiles to everybody, bro. Like, everybody need to really pay attention, bro, because this really is another war that we in, and this can be really dangerous and deadly. You see, the Sergeant Brian just spoke out or whatever at a little debate thing, I guess, whether they gonna go to war or not. But this was going on around the world. And we be so caught up in the media and everything. Yeah, I like the media too, and I get in the hype too. But this is the real stuff that's really going on. Like, they killing families and babies and everything. Like, we gotta pray for all those families over there that's going through, harsh times.
Lebanese from their homes so far, according to the government. Iran's strategy is to spread the war and make it costly. Turkey, a NATO country, says it too was attacked by Iran. NATO air defenses shooting down an Iranian missile. Less than 1 week in, and already at least 15 countries have seen strikes against their territory, from the Mediterranean to southern Europe to the Persian Gulf.
Bruh, they've been striking at everything. I'm about to rewind that. He said 15. So it's been 15 countries that's been affected by this. If y'all can see here, all of them been affected by a missile because the United States is in with them. Because they're attacking anybody that is an ally with the United States. You know what I mean? That is an alliance with them. Like, it's going down. Like, Iran not playing. Like, they don't give a fuck. I said that in the last video. Like, them the type people, like, they really believe like that much so hard, bro. Like, they gonna go in with a bomb and they kill themselves and sacrifice themselves for they believe. Good morning, y'all. I got my morning coffee too. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm yawning. But that's what's really going on around here.
Europe to the Persian Gulf. And the Trump administration says the most intense phase hasn't even started yet.
We are just getting started.
And casualties are mounting. At least 6 Americans dead, and in Iran, a memorial of bloody backpacks and charred notebooks from an elementary school where the local mayor says 168 people were killed. It remains unclear who carried out the strike. The Iranian Red Crescent says that more than 1,000 Iranians have been killed in this war so far. Craig?
Our chief foreign correspondent, Richard Ingleforth, there in Israel. Richard.
More than 1,000 people has been killed from this war already. And it just started. This is only the beginning, bruh.
Thank you. We're joined now by retired Colonel Steve Warren, an NBC News military analyst, former Pentagon spokesman as well. Colonel Warren, welcome back. We are now in day 6 of this war. There have been some varying timelines from the administration when it comes to taking control of the air, taking control of the waterways as well. Where does that part of the war effort stand as far as you're concerned?
That's right. Beginning at the start of this conflict, you can see here where these red squares are. That is the Iranian air defense capabilities. We used our highest technology capabilities, stealth aircraft, long-range stealthy cruise missiles, to destroy all of that. Now that the Iranians can't shoot at us anymore, we can use our workhorses like the B-52 bomber to penetrate deeper into Iran.
Let's talk about the Iranian response here, because the administration says that Iran's ballistic missile shots fired down 86% from the first day. Those drones, those single-use kamikaze drones, those are down 73% from the first day. Does that mean that the Iranians are running out of weapons?
That does. They are running out of weapons for 2 reasons. One, because they're firing them at us. But number 2, because we are striking them and we are reducing the numbers that they have. That doesn't mean they're empty, though.
But what does this mean for us and everything else? Like, I really need to know, like, what does this mean for us, and what does this mean for United States of America? Like, we win this war, right? We in with the Israelis. You know, we whatever we do, we control it, whatever. What's next? What's the next plan? What's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? What's up, baby?
They're going to continue, I believe, to use their most high-end weapon systems much more strategically so they can get a bigger effect.
What would that look like?
Well, for example, we saw an example yesterday when they fired a long-range, intermediate-range ballistic missile at Turkey. So they are trying to draw Turkey into this operation.
Let's talk about that part of it in terms of the expansion of the effort. Word that France is going to send their lone aircraft carrier. You mentioned the missile that was shot down over Turkey. There was the Iranian ship that was sunk off the coast of Sri Lanka. What does that tell you about the expansion of the war and where we could be headed?
I like to think of it as the Iranians really only have one punch left to throw. They want to bring these other nations into the conflict in the hopes that those nations will then pressure the United States to stop our action. It doesn't appear to be working. These nations appear to be lining up with the United States against Iran.
Let's talk about.
So they try to shoot the rockets to be like, they try to shoot them at all them to talk to the United States to be like, stop. Like, so they can be like, hey, y'all stop. It's coming to our territory now. But all it did was align them with us. Now to be like, nah, now we about to all go at you for even firing at us because we ain't had nothing to do with that at all. What the fuck? Israel crazy. They try to extort the auto, bro. That's crazy.
Kurdish leaders as well right now for a moment. Because, again, we know the administration right now talking apparently to leaders in this part of Iraq and Iran, these Kurdish leaders, about perhaps starting some sort of uprising, perhaps providing them with arms. What do we make of these conversations and what that could mean moving forward as well?
Right. If we choose to enable the Kurds to begin fighting in Iran, what that will do is open up a second front for the Iranians to have to deal with. I do not believe the Kurds are interested in overthrowing the regime. I believe they're interested in securing their own homeland. But what it will do is cause Iran to have to move resources, forces, security forces, et cetera, to deal with the Kurds.
All right. Colonel Warren, thank you. Thanks as always for the insight and the analysis.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the...
So that's all that's basically going on, bro. They still firing missiles, and they didn't fire a torpedo at them. But I ain't know that. I knew that they fired at all them other countries, you know, the 15 of them. But I ain't know that the Israel was doing that so them other countries can come to the United States to be like, hey, y'all need to chill because now they coming at us. You feel me? But it only brought them together like, hey, United States, hey, they firing at us. What's up? We ain't with y'all now. So it's a double whammy for the Israel right now, man. This your boy Hector. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment. I'm out.